We had a baby.
What do you feel right now? I'm like, I don't even know.
You said gratitude.
There's no handbook for that.
But I think that's it. Grief unites us more than love ever can because we know both sides of the coin when it comes to grief. Welcome back to another episode of Good Grief. It is awesome to have you here. And I'm joined by my wife,
Hey
Kaylee.
again.
How you doing?
So good. It feels like it's been weeks.
It does feel like it's been weeks for us, but not for anybody else.
No.
Because the podcast comes out weekly.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been a missed week.
I'm so proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. You've done that.
You're proud of me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. I don't know why, though. You're looking a little more tired
Am I?
today
Oh.
than any
why
other
would
day.
that be? What's new?
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube and you see bags under our eyes, it's because there are bags under our eyes. We had to fire the hair and makeup team today.
They were no good.
Yeah, they couldn't fix these bags.
No. Why would that be?
Well, I'm feeling a lot heavier than usual.
You're looking a bit heavier.
Yeah.
You find it hard to put on weight, but you're doing good.
Yeah, I put on 3 kilos
You put on 3 kilos
instantly this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got a little bubba strapped to my chest.
Oh my gosh. She is just the sweetest thing.
We had a baby, if you're wondering.
We did.
If you've never been on the show before, we had a baby, which has been 10 months in the making.
10 months.
As
Yeah.
most babies are.
True.
Wow. I'm proud of you because she's only 6 days old. And here we are.
Far out. Where did 6 days go?
I know where they went.
Where?
Sleepless nights. Countless nappy changes.
All the parents going, yep, we know.
A million
we know.
and one drink bottle refills. Food reheats. Washing. That's where 6 days went.
That is where.
But we'd love to introduce you to our daughter. This is Nazare.
This is Nazare.
She's currently asleep. She's such a good sleeper, apart from 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah. Yep. She is golden during the day, like the best.
And this is the first time we've put her in this wrap.
Yeah.
So,
We thought we had to come introduce her to you. And we try this thing out. So why not on the podcast? That's how we do things.
I was super nervous because, like, I want to make sure she's in good posture and stuff. So for all the parents out there watching, you're probably going, yep, you did that all wrong. But we're learning. We've learned a lot in these last 6 days.
Look, if she can breathe, and
Yeah, she's breathing.
then that's all good. Yeah, Ryan bought this handbook and it's like this big, of like
An inch thick.
yeah. It's not a handbook, but
It's
it's
a
like
textbook.
it's like a textbook.
It's a textbook, not a
It's
handbook.
Full on. Yeah, but it's got the goods.
So
We're in university. We're in baby university right now.
So for those wondering, Nazare was born just behind me over my left shoulder. We had a home birth.
We did home birth.
You did amazing.
Birthed her in the water.
Led the way.
Yep.
It was 6 hours or about 8 hours total labor, but like 4 hours of active labor.
Yeah.
Surges every 3 in every 10 minutes. And
Some back to back. It was wild.
yeah.
It was intense.
And then our midwife joined us. And then 2 and a bit hours later, here she was in the world.
She is.
And she's changed our world. Like, we can't even put into words just yet. Or I can't. I'm trying to.
Like,
The love that I feel.
yeah.
Can you?
No. Someone asked me, and I'm just like, oh, I think it was our midwife. She's like, how do you feel? What's this emotion? And I was like, she's like, what do you feel right now? I'm like, I don't even know. I can't
You said
describe
gratitude.
it. I think I said,
You said
yeah, I said
gratitude, and then you cried.
and stop it.
Yeah. But I feel like becoming a dad has been given a dream set of Lego, which I'm so excited to put together, but someone left out the instructions. So we're going to be building something together without instructions. Then I had a friend say to me, there is instructions. You get them at the end of every day, and they change every day.
And then they change for the next day.
So Anyway, this is Nazare. She's probably going to be joining us on many episodes in the future.
Yeah.
Anything you'd like to say, darling? What was that? Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
If you've been listening along, you should rate the podcast. Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
That's a good one, girl.
Why is that? Why should people rate it? So it helps more people find the Good Grief podcast.
And so they can help others.
Anyway, it's been a massive week on our side.
Hasn't it just?
What's happened on Sunday or on Saturday? On Sunday morning, you were at a baby shower, or Sunday afternoon, you were at a baby shower.
Yeah.
I was sitting here in the lounge, and I was just about to film a video for Instagram, and I was going to film a video and just pray for you all. And so I've got the camera open, I'm looking at my phone, and then a text message pops up from one of my best friends and my pastor, just saying that there'd been a family accident just the night before, and that his brother-in-law, had an accident and been rushed to hospital, airlifted to hospital.
Yeah.
And they were just calling on everybody's prayers in that moment. And so...
Because he was on life support at that point?
I think so. Yeah. So really serious. And
yeah.
Man.
And I found out at the baby shower, and when I left, I called you.
You called me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if you knew. You didn't know if I knew. So I'm playing it like just chill, because I'm like...
And I was like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
I've got some news.
No, but there was something before that. Oh, because I just washed the car. And then it rained.
Oh, yeah.
Murphy's Law.
So I'm like, hey, sorry, it rained over here.
And I'm like, don't worry, I know it rained. And, I'm just going like, I'll bide my time till you get home, and I'll share the news with you.
And literally like that hour, we were heading to your mum's 60th birthday.
Yeah, so I had this birthday card ready to write for Mum, and I was in a really good place. I was going to jump on Insta, I was going to pray for you all, I was going to write this card, we're going to head to Mum's and have a fat time, celebrating. I got this text message. I just hit the floor, my face on the floor, just in tears, praying. Then you call, and then we work out, did you hear the news? We heard the news. All right, we'll see you in 5 minutes. And you got home. And literally we had to, get in our best dressed and head off to this party.
Yeah, hold it together. And
celebrate my mum, who's just the most amazing mum.
And new grandma. Oh, no, she wasn't a
grandma.
No,
she wasn't a grandma. No. Got the times wrong.
Oh, my gosh, it's all a blur.
But I couldn't write in her birthday card.
No.
We had a present ready for us. We gave her that, and I just said, Mum, I can't put words down right now because I'm just so mixed with emotion. I'm feeling love and gratitude and admiration for you over these last 30 plus years that you've raised us, the last 11 years after Dad died, that you've become your own woman and come so far. Yet I'm dealing with this anticipatory grief on one hand, but also faith on the other.
Yeah, a full-on wrestle.
Yeah. So, safe to say we had the party. It was a great night. It was fun. It was a little solemn. Monday came around. We're just praying. Many of you were praying, so we just want to say thank you for that.
Thanks, everyone.
Tuesday, you went into labour.
Yep, Tuesday morning, 3 a.m., waters broke, and we're like, all right, this is D-Day.
It's game on.
Yeah.
And then by 6 p.m. that night, we had Nazare. And by 4 a.m. the next morning, Jaden passed.
Yeah.
And it felt like the whole world was praying. And they literally were. There was South America. There was all over the world, people getting together and praying. Many of you as well all over. So,
because this is the son of our church's INC chairmen, like our church movement.
Mm.
This is the son of the chairman of the movement. Yeah, so very widely connected worldwide, and just so much support.
Yeah,
there's been runs, like he goes for a run every Sunday, and so yesterday they had a run for him in honor, and people have been holding celebrations. and-
Holding so much space.
Yeah.
So we woke up Wednesday morning with a new bub, going, what the heck just happened to us last night? Still full of adrenaline, endorphins and dopamine, but a terrible sleep.
Yeah.
And then we
Found out late that afternoon.
found out that day that Jaden had passed. And so we just, I guess, wanted to jump on today and sort of chat out that, because we're still working out what our emotions are, where we sit. Like,
We didn't know if we could, how still to share our news with them because they were in their grief space.
and they're some of our best friends.
Yeah.
We've walked the journey with them and vice versa.
Yeah. And they were like, let us know when you're in labour so we can be praying for you. And it was just that crossroads of life and death. And it was wild, wasn't it? It was just,
There's life and death,
there's no handbook for that.
and then joy and grief at the same time. And I think it just goes to show that we can hold these different emotions at the exact same time, simultaneously. You know, our body is, as I get told to
Lift her head a
just
little.
bump her head. There
Yeah,
you go.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, we are capable of all of these different emotions at once. You know, in one moment we're looking at her just full of joy. And at the same moment, in the back of our mind or the front of our mind, we're praying. We're, you know, engaging our faith.
And then we're grieving.
And then we're grieving.
Like, I didn't even get to meet Jaden, but I was grieving for them. Like, I just put myself in their shoes, just knowing that they now know such a grief, and that hurts. Like, it hurts me knowing that they're hurting.
Yeah, I guess we were talking about it too. Like, there are all these different types of grief.
Yeah.
We can both remember our parents. I remember Dad saying he cried and cried and cried the day Elvis died. And I'm like, but how? You didn't know Elvis? I mean, I wish you did. That would have been cool.
Totally.
Your mum the same?
Mum was the same with Princess Diana. Like, I was 6. I think that was 94, so I was 6. But I clearly remember, like, it was on the TV, like, a 9/11 sort of incident. She was bawling. Like, Mum loved Diana, like, totally looked up to her. They were similar age. Yeah, and so just loved her work, and I just remember that so clearly. My mum grieving for this woman that she had never met, but
which is crazy.
Had
It
an
seems so crazy. How do you cry for someone you've never met? A musician, an artist, activist,
actor, actress, musician. Yeah.
little things I just said.
Did I just repeat you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's what a few hours sleep will do to you. I should test you. What else did I say?
Because, like, literally a week before she was born, or days maybe, we were trying to find a movie to watch, and we were trying to watch one from Robin Williams. He came up for some reason. Maybe because you found a reel.
Yeah, we love Robin Williams. So we watched Dead Poets Society.
Yeah, we were trying to find Patch Adams, a bit more
Yeah,
lighthearted, and
yeah.
we ended up
Dead
watching
Poets
Dead Poets Society. Great movie, but it was super relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't give it away.
Yeah.
For those who haven't seen the movie, that's like 30 years old.
Classic.
Yeah.
But
we
yeah,
we
this
hadn't
year
though,
is-
which is pretty cool to
I
watch
know.
that.
Yeah, but this year is 10 years since Robin Williams passed.
Wild.
And you were there, like...
Yeah, he died in 2014. I was there in 2015 at the Mrs. Doubtfire house out the front in San Fran, and the pavement is just covered in crayons and texter and permanent marker, and there's a tree there with all sorts of murals hanging from it. The front porch steps are just covered, and we went there and I couldn't help but weep. And I finally understood that I didn't know Robin Williams, but he made an impact on my life. And in that moment, I was publicly mourning in front of my family, as they were as well, the loss of such a huge life, huge personality, so much impact.
Yeah, grief comes in all sorts of packages.
And so here you are, not knowing Jaden, but grieving for his family.
Yeah.
And I spent a bunch of time with him over the years. And just so sad, so tragic, and hard to put words to. Yeah.
It's been
It's
big
been a
week.
And, and around that, we've had 2 friends. We just found out another friend this morning. She gave birth,
They
and
had their
another one
baby.
a couple of days before us. And so this week has just been these peaks and troughs. And I think that's exactly how it is when we walk through grief. I was jotting some thoughts today or this week, and I really think that grief unites us more than love ever can or could, because to know love, you don't have to know grief. But to know grief, you must know love. And so I think that's where the connection gets made.
Did you come up with that?
Yeah.
Oh, Philosopher Bowles.
I was just penning some thoughts.
Oh, nice.
I got Nazare to check it.
Yeah.
And she said, yep,
She
accurate.
goes,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, she makes the cutest noises.
But I think that's it. Grief unites us more than love ever can, because we know both sides of the coin when it comes to grief. If we only know love, we're yet to step into what we're all experiencing. Why we started this podcast, why we started this community.
Yep. And on community, I've just been like blown away as looking on, obviously because I haven't been able to see our friends, but looking on at how community has stepped up in this time for our friends, and Jaden's friendship community and work community and all of that, from Sydney to Byron to the Gold Coast, like all down the east coast of Australia if you don't live here.
Yeah, so you mentioned it. They did a Sunday run yesterday, which is what he would do often, I believe, and pouring down rain.
Yeah.
Like
Still, there was like 40 people.
People or so just running 10 kilometres through the rain. And I think that's such a great way to honour somebody. Even if they don't run or walk, you can do a run or a walk in their name. But also just finding something that they are passionate about. I know, he became quite a successful boxer, and his nephews, put all of the boxing gear on and sparred with each other, and just some of those things that are so honouring, of our loved ones, are just really special to do, and a great way to keep them alive, keep them vivid in our memories, keep their spirit here with us.
Yeah, the family's doing a really good job of just diving deep into the memories and the good times and sharing those and getting other people to send them in photos and memories. They're going to make a memory book that I'm sure that other people can order too, but so that they've got this book full of memories from every walk of life that Jaden had to just keep, so they can look back on whenever they need to, which is such a cool idea. And I'm sure they'll use a bunch of it for his celebration service for the video or whatever. But yeah, I've just been blown away and just reminded that community is so, so important during grief and at this time. And if you're someone who knows someone who's grieving, it's just so important to be a support to someone, to be there and show your support and your love, for someone grieving, because it's just...
Yeah, and it's sometimes, I've been reminded this week, sometimes it's asking, how are you doing this hour, or this moment. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just being.
Yeah.
One of my best mates, Simon, just said, hey, let me know if you want some uncomplicated surf time. Want to just go out and do something practical.
Yeah.
Don't have to talk, nothing. I've sent through a couple of funny videos and reels and YouTube videos, just because you need that balance of light and dark, humor and tears.
100%. And just a presence. Just showing that your presence is there for them, I think is just huge. Yep. Rather than being silent or too much.
Yeah. They can choose to respond.
Yeah.
That's the thing. show up. They can choose how they respond. You can write at the end of it. We've done it a couple of times. No pressure to respond, you know. So, big week.
Yeah.
In the future, we want to unpack a little bit more. I don't know if we've had. I might just say, like, I mean, you didn't cry at all when you birthed her. I was the one that was a mess. But since then, I don't know if we've even had a second to process bringing her into the world and not having your mum, my dad here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Have you processed?
No.
Yeah. So
not really.
maybe we can process some of those thoughts, because I know many of you have got kids that don't have grandparents around, you know. Even though we've still got my mum here and your dad, who's a little further away. But I'd love to chat through that a bit more. We're also in chats with a nutritionist and counsellor who is excited to come on the show.
So excited.
Unrecorded yet,
Yes.
So wait on that. And then I think next week we're going to chat with my psychologist, Dr. Sean. And if you've seen the documentary Stutz,
yeah.
with Jonah Hill and his psychologist, I'm going to allow him to pull apart some of the work that we've done or he's done with me. And then we're also going to talk about, the brain and anxiety and overwhelm and how the two different sides of the brain respond to grief and how we try and understand it logically. And the brain isn't working like that through grief. So couple of really cool, important conversations and topics coming up.
Yeah, Dr. Sean's super passionate. Oh, there we go.
Hello, gorgeous. Did you want to jump in on this? Did I forget something? Or you're just excited for those episodes too?
She's excited. Dr. Sean, he's super, super passionate about these things. Loves the conversation of pulling apart grief and anxiety and how that all affects the brain and the body. And
he believes half the people that come to see him are dealing with some sort of grief, and many don't understand or know that that's what they're dealing with, and that's causing all these other challenges and barriers in life. So very excited for what's to come. We just want to say we love you guys. As always, we're praying for you.
Yep.
That won't stop. That's a daily thing for us. And if you've enjoyed this episode or previous ones, or you're excited for the future ones, wherever you're watching from, Spotify or Apple, would really appreciate if you gave us a rating on the podcast so that it can reach more people who are just like you, just like us, going through grief and looking for the best steps moving forward. Or on YouTube, subscribe or like.
Yep. Follow us, follow along. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Good to chat it out.
Let's get some sleep.
Yeah. Let's have a nap.
Big love.
Thanks, guys. Love you lots.
Bye for now.
Bye.